So exactly, and Yahweh went through all of that because he knew that the glory he was going to receive from the Father, man. So if we believe in Yahweh man, we got to go through the same thing because we understand and we believe the promises that's coming to us, man, and the glory that comes with that, man. But really, we're supposed to do this anyway, man, because the scriptures say in Romans chapter 12, if one of y'all can get it, we're supposed to lay our bodies down as a living sacrifice, man.
Which we do every time we come out here. Because we out here in the elements. Scoffers can come up. Somebody could get cut with these scriptures and get in their feelings and pull a knife or pull a gun, like so many examples been exemplified throughout all the brothers throughout the four corners teaching his word. All that can happen, man. But what? We doing it for the elect's sake, man.
Here's the book of Romans, chapter 12, verse 1. I beseech you, therefore, brethren, by the mercies of Yahweh, that ye present your bodies a living sacrifice, holy, acceptable unto Yahweh, which is your reasonable service.
Right, man. Paul said to the Romans, to the church that was at Rome, who are in Satan's seat, man. This is the wickedest place on the planet when Paul wrote this, man. Okay? Paul said, I beseech you that you lay your bodies as a living sacrifice, meaning I admonish you, I advise you, man. I urge you. Lay your bodies as a living sacrifice. Present your bodies unto the Most High as a living sacrifice. Why did Paul have to say that, man? You want to know why? Because the Jews and the believers in Yahweh Shai HaMashiach were getting killed in Rome, man.
That's right.
Left and right, man. They were getting expelled from Rome. You had riots breaking out. They was getting burnt. All kinds of stuff, man.
And who a better witness than Paul? Paul was doing it himself, man. That's why he could say that with great boldness. Present your body as a living sacrifice, man. Because he seen brothers like Stephen. He was there when Stephen got stoned to death.
Right.
He saw him present his body as a living sacrifice, man. And receive that glory, that everlasting glory, man. Right then. So Stephen back in today in his same lot pushing his word, man.
That's right, man. And he said this is your reasonable service, man. Meaning that this is what we're supposed to do. This is our duty, man. This is our duty, period. We're supposed to risk our lives, lay down our lives, whether it be unto life or whether it be unto death, man. Whether we come out on top or on the bottom, man. That's right. For Yahweh Bahashim, Yahweh Shai's sake, man. All right? Straight up, man. This is the whole duty of man. Real talk, man. Quit you like men, man. Gird up your loins, man. When we say be a man, we ain't just talking about pay your bills and get your testosterone. No, we talking about be a man of Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai. Be a man of the Lord, man.
That's right.
That's a real man right there, man. That's a real man.
Because them wicked ass niggas back then had to pay tributaries. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That paying your bill, that don't make you no man.
Right.
The understanding of these scriptures make you a man.
Con. That's right, man.
100% true.
That, verse 2. Verse 2. And be not conformed to this world. Salakia. Verse 2. And be not conformed to this world, but be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind.
Like we were saying earlier, be not conformed to this world, but be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind, man. Okay, so don't live after the ways of this world, man. Don't get too comfortable here, man. You get your daily bread, you got somewhere to stay, you know, you got food and raiment. Good, man. That's it.
Paul said, give me poverty nor riches.
Give me poverty nor riches.
Give me even kill, man. Give me even kill.
That ye may prove what is that good and acceptable and perfect will of Yahweh.
Alright, man, that you may prove what is the perfect and good will of Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai, man. This is the good will of Yahweh Ba'ashim. You want to know why? You want to know why? Because we owe it to him. That's why, man. That's right. Niggas talking about, oh, you ain't got to come out. Hey, guess what? Okay, whatever. But guess what, man? The scriptures say, come out on the highways and byways, man. That's what the scriptures say. And the scriptures say that if you put your hand to the plow and looking back, you're not fit for this kingdom of heaven, man. Okay, so that's not to say that every man of the Lord or every person that's going to be saved is going to be out on the highways and byways. But what that is that means that if you start it, you got to finish it, though. Okay? If that's the lot you started with, that's the lot you got to finish with. Okay, so if you came out as a prophet, okay, you came out preaching the word, if you're still able-bodied to do it, you better do it until the end. You better do it until the end, man. Okay, if you started out being a help, and that's the lot that the Most High got you in, okay, and the Most High haven't put the Spirit on you, and I'm not saying that it's not in your spirit, I'm saying the Most High have not put the Spirit on you to come out and preach the word, then you better complete it, man. You better keep going, man. Because that's what the Most High requires, man. Keep reading.
This is Hebrews 12:3. For consider him that endureth such contradiction of sinners against himself, lest ye be worried and faint in your minds.
Right, man. Consider him who resisted such contradiction of sinners against himself, man. That's talking about Yahweh Shai, man. They was scoffing, they was mocking him, they was threatening to kill him. You know, and when it was all... What was crazy, man, is you had the Sadducees and the Pharisees, man. Two sects of Israel that didn't even get along, man. They didn't even believe in the same thing, man. But when it came to killing Yahweh Shai, when it came to persecuting the prophets, the apostles, the disciples, man, that's when they decided to get together and persecute the righteous men of the Lord, man. Come on, man. That's the contradiction of sinners, man. That's the resistance of sinners, man. That's the resistance of people who don't have the faith, man. Okay? All right?
And all that boils back down to the same thing that's perverting people's judgment now. That fucking almighty dollar, man. That them wicked Pharisees and Sadducees, they couldn't agree on their philosophies, but like the brother said, when it came to putting the men of the Lord to death, they was in one unison. Why? Because that was jeopardizing their money, man. I was fucking up their income, man. They, you know what I'm saying? Their high seat of authority.
That was fucking up their image, man. Because the Pharisees were more like middle class, man. They were your lawyers, your physicians, your doctors, you know, your carpenters, etc., etc. The Sadducees are the aristocrats. Not only do they have money, but they got fame and authority. Right? They were like your T.D. Jakes and shit like that. So really, the apostles and the disciples and Yahweh Shai, they was threatening them on both ends because the Pharisees were more well liked amongst the people, so they had an image to uphold. But the Sadducees was about that money game. You feel me? It was about that purse, man. Okay, they were a bunch of sellouts. So both ways, man. You got people that come up against us because what we preaching is detrimental to their pocketbook. But then you got people like these other Israelite groups, and when they get rebuked by us, then they want to come together because they got an image to uphold, man.
They pride get hurt. That's what it is. Niggas prideful, man. Can't be told that you're wrong. But hey, now we play the waiting game. Because we know what we believe. We know who we worship. So now we play the waiting game because somebody wrong.
Right.
Somebody right. So and that's what keep us in the faith, man. Knowing that the Most High, vengeance is his, man.
Vengeance is mine, saith the Lord, man. Saith the Lord, man. Saith the Most High.
Verse 4. Ye have not yet resisted unto blood, striving against sin.
Right, we have not yet resisted unto blood, meaning that we haven't been beat to the point where blood is coming out of our bodies. Okay, we haven't been stabbed, we haven't been whipped, okay? We haven't been beheaded, we haven't been stoned, we haven't been tortured, having finger coming off by finger, man. For the name of the Lord, man. So why lose faith, man? Why lose faith, man? You might get a little weak, man. But hey, man, when I get weak, Hebrews 12, man. When I get weak, Philippians 2, man. When I get weak, Romans 12. Straight up, man. That's the medicine right there, man.
Verse 5. And ye have forgotten the exhortation which speaketh unto you as unto children.
Right, man. You have forgotten the exhortation, okay? Meaning the advice, man. meaning that calling out to you, that speaketh unto you as unto children, man. And that word children goes back to the word sons, man, because you are the sons of God, man. All right? Remember that, man. Remember when you catching hell. Remember when people talking shit about you. Remember who your father is, man. Okay? Remember where your house is at. Remember where you from, man. Jerusalem, man. Okay? Remember your forefathers, David, Solomon, Abraham. Come on, man. Come on, man. You ain't fucking with Abraham now. If you remember Abraham, if Abraham is one of those people that you look to boost your faith up, man, that's a good one right there, man. Moses, the prophets. Remember that you're the sons of the Most High, man. Okay? Go ahead.
My son, despise not thou the chastening of the Lord.
Right, my son, despise not the chastening of the Lord, man. Okay? We're going to get persecuted by our families. We're going to get persecuted at our job. Okay? We're going to get persecuted if you go to school and you believe in this thing. Okay? Or whatever it be, whatever walk of life you're in, and you profess to believe in these scriptures, man, you're going to get persecuted. Whether it be verbal persecution, whether it be physical persecution, man, or whether it be just you being an Israelite and you under the curses. You gonna go through that, man. But that's the chastening of the Lord, man. Why? Why does the Lord chasten you? Go ahead.
Nor faint when thou art rebuked of him.
Right, nor faint when thou art rebuked of him, man. Which means be strong, man. Be strong in the Lord, man. You know, the flesh is weak. Yes, the flesh is weak, man. We all go through it, man. But at the end of the day, you got to come out on top, man. You got to take that loss and take it, and you got to take that loss and believe in Yahweh Shai, believe in Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, and Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai is going to make it a victory for you, man.
That's right.
Okay? He's going to make it a victory for you, man. Straight up. That's it right there, man. Because Abraham, man, Abraham was reaching on the age of 100, man. And he didn't think he could have kids, man. And he had Isaac through Sarah, man, the child of the promise. Okay? What about Isaac and Jacob? You know, what about Noah, man? Noah was building the ark for about 100 years, man. People were scoffing and mocking him. And guess what? Him and his family got saved, and they entered into the ark with the animals, okay? And the people who were scoffing at him, they was banging at the door, and they fucking died, man. Okay? What about all the other great men of the Lord, man?
That's right.
That endured, man. Go ahead.
There's the book of Proverbs, chapter 3, verse 11. My son, despise not the chastening of the Lord, neither be weary of his correction.
Right.
Verse 12. For whom the Lord loveth he correcteth, even as a father the son in whom he delighteth.
Right, man. So the Father does that to test your faith, man, because he wants to see your faith in him increase, man. Because he loves you, man. Because he's trying to refine you. That's why the Most High does that, man. The same way you do that to your own son, man, or your own daughter, man. And this goes out to the women who believe in the Lord, man, because you had Esther's, man. You had Judas. You had Deborah's, man. You had Susanna's, man. Okay. You had Mary Magdalene's. Come on, man. You gotta endure, man. You gotta believe in the Lord, man. You got to, man. Or you ain't making it. Straight up.
That's right.
Go ahead. Go back to that.
Hebrews 12:6. For whom the Lord loveth, he chastiseth.
Right, man. Paul's quoting Proverbs 3. Go ahead.
And scourges every son whom he receiveth. For ye endured, if ye endure chastising, Yahweh deal with you as with sons.
Right, man. So when you going through your hell, man, when you catching your hell, man, you gotta take it with, you gotta roll with the punches, man. You gotta take it in strides, man. Okay? You gotta take it like the Hulk, man. When they be trying to stop the Hulk or the Juggernaut, they shooting missiles, guns. You know, they shooting their torpedoes and shit. Hulk got his hand up and he just taking it, just going with it, man. He's just going with it, man. You just gotta keep taking it and keep growing in the faith, man, and enduring in the faith, man. That's what you gotta do, man. Because if you do that, if you endure the chastening, man, the Most High deal with you as with sons, man. So if you come out refined and better and having a stronger faith in the Lord, Yahweh Shem Yahushai, then that's a sign that you are a son of the Most High, man. Okay?
For what son is he whom the Lord chastens not? But if ye be without chastisement, whereof all are partakers, then ye are bastards and not sons.
Right, man. So if you be without chastisement, if you think that life is just supposed to go good and easy, all right, then you're a bastard, man. Straight up, you're not a son of the Most High. Okay? You think you're just gonna be living it up, man? You think you believe in the scriptures and everything's just gonna be all la-di-da and dandy, man? And you want it to be that way, and you want to be... Nah, man. It ain't happening like that, man. That's a damn lie, man. Somebody teaching you that in your churches, man, that's a lie, man, because you're supposed to suffer, man. You know? It's not so much that you suffer on purpose, man. It's just you suffer by default, man. It just comes with the territory, so to speak.
Then you gotta have a deeper understanding of that. Like, chastising means you getting punished for something you did wrong. And that's what the scripture's saying. The Most High punishes his men that go off from time to time. Why? To purge you and get you on that right path, man. So the Most High, he's a just power. He ain't just gonna be fucking you up just to fuck you up. When you get out of line, he gonna whip your ass so you can get back on line. Why? Because you proclaiming to be a man of the Lord and a part of that governing body that's gonna rule the world, man.
Hey, but what about Job, man?
Come.
What about Job?
Squad.
What about Job, man? Job, the scriptures say that Job was supposed to be a perfect man.
Right.
The Lord still got free reign to chastise you, to test your faith, man. So you can come out even better on top, man. So all the gainsayers can have their mouths shut, man. Because you got a lot of gainsayers and scoffers, when they see you that you believe in the Lord, man, they say, oh, you only believe in the Lord because the Lord's doing good for you, man. Okay? Just like Satan, man. But when you endure that chastising, when you endure that trial, man, and you come out on top still believing in the Lord, man, after everybody done departed and dropped the faith, man, then you come out even better and more righteous, man. You got something?
God, I was just going to bring out Job, the part where Job says, there's the book of Job, chapter 5, verse 17. Behold, happy is the man whom Yahweh corrected. Therefore despise not thou the chastening of the Almighty. Verse 18. For he maketh sore and bindeth up, he woundeth, and his hands make whole.
Right, man. So despise not the chastening of the Lord, man. Because the Lord's doing that, and he has the power to make you whole again, man. He has the power to heal you. He has the power to build you up all over again, and in an even better state than what you were before, man. Whether it be spiritually or whether it be with carnal things that you need in life, man.
That's right.
Or both, man. Right.
Verse 9. Furthermore, we have had fathers of our flesh which corrected us, and we gave them reverence. Shall we not much rather be in subjection under the Father of spirits and live?
Right, man. So we had fathers, we had parents in our world, in our lives, who chastened us after their own hearts, man. Hebrews 12. So we had our parents, man, in this life that chastened us after their own will, man. Whether they were using proper judgment or not, man. But would we not be more in subjection unto the Father of spirits, who has the best interest for us, who has the best out for us overall and live, man? He's the one who created you. He's the one who knows what's best for you, man. Okay? So you gotta believe in that. You gotta trust that, man. Keep reading.
For they verily for a few days chasten us after their own pleasure, but he for our profit, that we might be partakers of his holiness.
Right, man, so that we might be partakers of his holiness, man. So that when we endure the chastisement, whether it be because of something that we've done, or whether it be the Most High just testing our faith, that we might come out at the end of it all, and be holy, man, be righteous, man. Put our trust and put our lives completely and wholly in the arms of Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai.
Right.
Okay, and by doing that, the Most High will impute us righteous, man. Holy, unblameable, without spot before him, man. Okay? And we're really going now. See, we gotta go to John, man. I think it's somebody get 1 John chapter 5, man. Look. Keep reading. Right?
Verse 11. Now no chastening for the present seemeth to be joyous, but grievous. Nevertheless, afterward ye yielded the peaceable fruit of righteousness unto them which are exercised thereby.
So yeah, when you catching your hell, it's not gonna seem to be good, man. It's gonna hurt, okay? It's gonna make you feel a little shitty, all right? But you know, when you come out of that situation, it's gonna be a peaceful fruit of righteousness, man. That's why you gotta take a rebuke, man. That's why you gotta suffer wrongfully, man. Okay, because it humbles you and it helps you put things in perspective, man. Okay, it puts you in a position where you gotta put your faith in the Lord, man. Go ahead.
Wherefore lift up the hands which hang down in the feeble knees, and make straight path for your feet.
Right, read that again.
Right. Verse 12. Wherefore lift up the hands which hang down in the feeble knees, and make straight paths for your feet.
Right, man. Lift up the hands which hang down, man. Meaning pray. Okay. Lift up your hands unto Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai, man. Don't be weak in the knees, man. Stand strong in the faith, man. Go ahead.
Lest that which is lame be turned out of the way, but let it rather be healed. Follow peace with all men and holiness, without which no man shall see the Lord.
Right, man. Follow peace with all men, man. So amongst the brethren, you have to have peace, man. Okay, you have to be on the same wavelength, so to speak, man. Okay, you gotta have the same mind, the same judgment, man. And even when you out there in the world, man. Okay, don't go starting shit with people. Okay, just because somebody's not in the truth, that don't give you, reason to treat them any kind of way, or talk to them any kind of way, man. Okay, so you gotta be that light, man. You gotta practice what you preach and preach what you practice, so to speak. All right, so that when people see you, they ain't got no reason to blaspheme the ministry. They ain't got no reason to blaspheme the name of the Lord because of your actions, man. They gonna see you and they gonna be like, okay, yeah, man. They gonna see your works and they gonna give glory unto the Most High, man. Go ahead.
Looking diligently, lest any man fail with the grace of Yahweh, lest any root of bitterness springing up trouble you, and whereby many be defiled.
Right, man. Let any root of bitterness spring up among you or within you, man. That root of bitterness is not talking about just a bitter attitude. It's talking about a bitterness towards the Most High, man. Okay? Keep the faith, keep trusting in the Lord so that root of bitterness don't spring up into you where to the point where you're rebellious or you begin to feel salty towards the Most High, man. That's not good, man, because once you do that, then you're going to fall out the faith, and then you're going to become a fornicator, which we're going to get into who's the biggest fornicator ever, man.